This is the Schmo with the pro, former boxing champion Paul Malignaggi, catching up here in Santa Monica. Glove Works. How we doing?
I'm good, Schmo. Did you have your coffee today?
Yeah. 2 cups.
2 cups. Yeah, I figure I actually took you for a little more. I had the over on that too, but I had it over. So just two. You sure it was just 2? Espresso. You had espresso.
No, regular.
What do you mean? Us Italians, we have espresso. What's with this regular stuff? You gotta open your day with espresso, because that's how we do it.
We'll think about it. Now talk to me for a second. We're inside what? Mike Lee's camp, getting ready for Caleb Plant IBF championship belt?
Yes, sir. My buddy Mike is getting ready for a world title fight against Caleb Plant, who's also a very good champion, and I look forward to seeing that fight. But of course, I've come out here and did some preparation of my own, getting ready for Artem Lobov.
The GOAT.
Yeah, I still don't wrap my head around that. I'm sorry, I can't wrap my head around that whole GOAT thing with him. I don't know what it is. I'm assuming it's sarcastic, right? Is it sarcastic? It's sarcastic, right?
Yeah. Well, talk to me for a second. You're getting ready for that fight. It's going to be in June. You want to put him in the hospital still?
Yeah. I mean, you know what it is? I just don't like the cheap talk. I don't like the fraudulentness that the whole team has. You know, that whole SBG crew, they're just a bunch of fraudulent guys. You know what I mean? They're not that good. Nobody has any balls. I give all him credit for some of the balls, but what he made up in balls, he lacks in brains. You know what I'm saying? Conor's a smart guy, but he has no balls at all. You know, the coaches are there by default. You know, they don't actually knock some sense into any of these guys or talk to them or speak some sense into them. So you know what? I just look at that whole team as just a bunch of cunts, really.
And you're ready for action. The Schmo sees you working up a schwitz over here. You still got it, fast hands.
Oh, yeah. I'm still very, very fast. I feel very good. And now that the weight has come down, I actually feel very sharp. And we're going to continue to work. We're going to continue to get where we need to go. And I look forward to next month, man. You know, it's going to be an easy fight. I have no doubt about it. I don't foresee any problems with this guy. He's going to try, and he's going to get himself hurt. So, like I said, I hope he has a corner that cares about him, so he doesn't get seriously hurt. Because once he's in there with me, I'm going to have no mercy on him. So it's really up to this corner to save him.
Absolutely. Now, you're doing all this training out here, still talking very well, man. You're still doing the broadcasting stuff as well?
Yeah. We worked Bartholomew and Easter a couple weeks ago. I'm going to London tomorrow. We're going to work the Ultimate Boxer fights in London, and then I'm going to come back the very next day and continue training out here. And then I have to go to New York next week to work Deontay Wilder and Dominic Breazeale. So, really, this is not the kind of camp that it's like. And again, I don't want to come off like I'm underestimating Artem Lobov. This is not a really difficult camp. When we've been having fun, it's almost been like a vacation with some workouts. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm here with my team with Sharif Yunin and with Junior Yunin, a young prospect with Rock Nation. And, you know, we've just been kicking it, having some FIFA tournaments, watching Netflix, going out, and you know, yeah, I have to work on I do have to step my FIFA game up. I got to be honest with you. But
what's your team?
My team, I use Juventus. I use Juventus in FIFA, but he uses Paris Saint-Germain, he uses Real Madrid, he uses all the good teams. It's not even fair. Come on, at least use like a Serie B team. And I just started playing this game. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. He's merciless, very merciless. So I'm not down with that. But yeah, we've just been chilling out. You know, here with Mike Lee as well. You know, I said earlier he's getting ready for his fight in the summertime, and you know, it's been really fun. You know, it hasn't been like a stressful camp like some of these other camps that sometimes can be that way, you know, where like, you know, you're thinking about everything has to be perfection. I think it's pretty simple. There's a pretty simple method to do this. There's a pretty simple method to win. And I mean, every day that I train, I just feel more and more confident. You know what I'm saying? It's not one of those camps where I feel like, oh man, I hate being here. You know, at the end of my boxing career, I was like, man, this is really like a pain in the ass to be here every day. But this is not a weight that's difficult to make. This is not a training camp that the work is very difficult. It's very tactical. And we got some plans for you, Artem Lobov. You are going to get your fucking ass kicked next month. Trust me. I'm going to beat the shit out of you.
Put the analyst cap on right, and we'll get back to that. What'd you make of this Jacobs-Canelo fight over in Vegas?
I thought it was a good fight. You know, I thought Canelo fought very well. I thought Jacobs also fought very well. You know, it wasn't the most exciting fight, but it was a very tactical fight. If you notice the distance they fought at, there are some fights where both fighters are so good that the distance they fight at is very close the whole time, you know, but they're not body to body. That's the most difficult distance to fight at, that mid-range. And usually you don't spend large chunks of time, a large amount of time at mid-range during every round. But Jacobs and Canelo fought at mid-range almost the entire time. So at short range, body to body, sometimes you can smother the opponent. At long range, you can take a breather because you're at long range. But at middle range, you always have to have all radar up and set because you can be hit at any point. And when you're fighting the entire round, every single round at mid-range, and there are some fights that are like this. I remember Cotto Mayweather was like this. I remember Saturday Night was like this. I saw Joshua and Parker fight like this. Those are just fights that are coming off the top of my head. There have been others, but it's a very, very tactical fight. It's tactically brilliant fight, but it's also a very stressful fight because at any point a shot can come your way that can hurt you. And these guys fought well. I thought Canelo showed a lot of great head movement and managed to keep his positioning on defense. And I thought Danny made a great rally as well in the second half of the fight when he started attacking the body and backing Canelo up and taking it to him. I thought it was very close, to be honest. Everybody makes like Canelo won the fight easily. I don't see it that way. I think either guy could have won the fight. I'm not one of these believers. I don't fall into the whole cheerleading trap where just because you don't go crazy to win the fight means you lost it. Like, just because Canelo's more popular doesn't mean you should get every decision just because there are rounds where nobody took it to anybody. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to still judge the fight tactically. And I think that's where everybody makes the mistake of judging popular fighters. They make, like, if the other guy doesn't do anything, you just have to give it to the popular fighter. I want to know where it says that in the rule book, because it doesn't say it anywhere in my rule book. You know, having said that, I don't have a problem with the decision. I wouldn't have had a problem with it if Jacobs won. It was a good fight, and I really thought both guys fought at a very high level, and it was fun for me to watch because I understand that kind of high level in tactics, and I hope everybody else enjoyed it as well.
No, here's the interesting thing. The Schmo saw that Canelo made $35 million, and then over at the UFC, the winner of the main event, Cowboy against L.I. Quinta, Cowboy made $400K. What's up with the gap in payment over here, Paulie?
Well, for one, it's one of the bigger fights in boxing all year, so you can't really make that comparison. But
$35 million!
But having said that, you still have your average boxing main event will still go much higher than the UFC main events. And that's what I've been telling you from the start. Dana White's a rapist as far as what he pays these fighters. You know, not that you spit on $400,000, obviously. It's good money. But what I'm saying is, you know, for a main event where you're risking a lot and your career, you know, takes a tumble if you lose and you have to kind of rebuild if you lose and whatnot, and you're risking against high-quality opposition, Ali Quinta's high quality, Donald Cerrone's high quality, you deserve more than $400,000. I'm sorry. I mean, for that level, you deserve more, especially in a main event where you're selling pay-per-views, you're selling out arenas. But again, I mean, this is like beating a dead horse at this point. You know, they're pieces of shit over there. But I'm glad that mixed martial arts has more competition now, with one having been developed, with Bellator having been developed. So these guys force some more options as far as payment is concerned from the UFC and whatnot. I think it'll take some time, but hopefully one of these companies finally buries these pricks.
Spoken like a Paul Malignaggi kind of statement right there.
It's Malignaggi.
Malignaggi.
The L first. You know, when you see my last name, the L comes before the G. I don't know why some of you put the G first. It's Malignaggi. I don't. Sometimes these use putting the G before the L, and I'm like, are they reading it differently than me? Like, there's an L. It's always the L first. Malignaggi. And then if you mess up after the L, I'll be more forgiving. But you have to get the L first. You're Malignaggi.
Malignaggi.
See, once you get the L, it's pretty easy.
Easy. Yeah. And the Schmo's got Lomachenko down pretty well now, too.
Yes. I see. You're getting better, Schmo. You're getting better. I like that.
He's got an exciting fight coming up now, too, now.
Yeah, I just heard it's fine with Luke Campbell, right?
Yeah, what do you make of that?
Where is that fight and when is it?
I think it's going to be over this summer, and it's going to be overseas, over there in the UK.
I was wondering why Lomachenko fought Crawler in LA when he had been saying he wanted to fight in England, and then he fought Crawler in LA. And I was like, well, that makes no sense.
So what do you make of this? Devin Haney signing with Matchroom Boxing, an easy fast track to the WBC title, fighting Campbell, but Campbell's going to fight Lomachenko. What's that mean for Devin Haney?
I don't know. Is the BC title on the line with Campbell and Lomachenko, or is it still vacant? How does that work? I'm asking you, Schmo. I really don't know. I'm learning from you.
I believe it should be on the line. Yeah.
Oh, so that's another thing I don't understand. How do you make a vacant?
Confirmed it's on the line.
Yeah, but how do you make a fight for a vacant title when there's already a title on the line. Like, you can unify titles, but you can't just throw in a vacant title when there's a world title.
Is this the vacant title, the one that Mikey Garcia gave up?
It is, but Lomachenko already had titles at this weight class. I don't understand how you just throw in a vacant title. I don't know. I don't know how this works anymore, honestly. I think
they're trying to unify him in one big champion.
Yeah, it's a great thing to unify. I don't have a problem with Haney waiting a little bit. I think the more he develops, the better he'll be. But I think he's a good fighter. It was a great pickup by Matchroom to pick up Devin Haney. I think he has a bright future, and he's young and very talented. We've had him on Showbox a lot of times over at Showtime, you know. So I think he'll do well. But it'll be interesting. Yeah, I mean, it'll be really interesting. We'll see how it goes. But Campbell and Lomachenko is a battle of gold medalists, I believe, right? Luke Campbell won what did he win? The gold in 08? Right?
Yeah, he's an Olympic medalist.
Yeah, and Lomachenko also won a gold medal in 2008. So they were both top of the line in the 2008 Olympics. So, you know, obviously as pros, Lomachenko has had more success, but Campbell has that little tidbit there that makes it interesting. And they're both good fighters, and they were both good amateurs. They both have a great pedigree. I think it's going to be a good fight. I think it'll be a fun fight.
Your boy Rumble Johnson, unfortunately in the news for the wrong side, using that strength domestic violence accusation against him now.
Yeah, you know, I like to go with innocent until proven guilty, especially in these cases. Rumble's a big guy. You know what I'm saying? Like,
he held you back while he's filming.
While he's filming. That's how strong he is. So if Rumble hit a woman, we would probably see a lot of evidence of that. But from what I'm hearing is he held her back. You know, if holding back a woman is a crime in this day and age, then you know, we're going in the wrong direction. Okay, because I don't believe in hitting women. I don't think anybody should be hitting women. But sometimes if a woman goes to hit you, or if a woman reacts to you, and you have to defend yourself, you can't just block and just take the shots. You can't run away or anything. So if the option to get out of there isn't there, so sometimes you have to just hold them back. So if that's a crime, if that is indeed what happened and that's a crime, then I'm sorry, but we're going in the wrong direction, because as a guy, you should also be able to protect yourself from somebody that you are choosing not to hurt at the end of the day. Because if they attacked you and you can hurt them, and you are choosing not to hurt them because you are just holding them back from hurting you or from swinging at you, to me that's not a crime. If you hit them, of course, it's a definitive crime. But let's let the facts fall where they may, and we'll see what happens.
Let's let justice do its part. It's definitely a fine line. We'll see how the facts play out. We're going to wrap it up on this, Paulie. Going back to your fight, what's your one message for all your fans and all your soon-to-be fans? Bare knuckle fighting, Paul Malignaggi.
Malignaggi.
I said Malignaggi.
Okay. Well, my message is this. You better get on my side, because you're going to be a miserable prick next month, and I beat the shit out of this guy all over the place, okay? I got plenty more murals to spit on. I might go up the street and go piss on that mural, actually.
Yeah, you pissed on the McGregor mural. It's down the street.
No, I spit on it. And then we know what I did? Not only did I spit on it, I then walked into a bar and watched the Tottenham vs. Ajax first leg of the Champions League game last week. I first spit on it and then walked into the bar and hung out in the bar and watched the Tottenham vs. Ajax game.
They recognize you in that bar?
No, they didn't. But I wasn't looking to be recognized. I was looking to spit on the mural and then go in there and watch the game and then come here and train. You know, so I might go make my way over there, because I know I'm in a bad mood, Schmo. You know why? My trainer made me train today at a time when Liverpool was playing Barcelona in the second leg. So I'm pissed that I had to miss that game, because I was gonna go back over there and watch the game. So, you know, I might go over there just out of my pissed offness and piss on the mural. I might go up the street right now and piss on that mural, because I missed Liverpool versus Barcelona. How did it end up? It was 1-0 last time I checked. 1-0. How did it end up?
But Paul, we don't want to
go. What do you mean? How did it end up?
Well, Schmo, we're not doing soccer right now.
Come on, Schmo. That's exactly why McGregor's mural's got to get pissed on right now. That's exactly why.
That's a move like a dog, though.
I still don't know what happened in the second leg of the Liverpool and Barcelona matchup. I'm sorry. It's going to happen right now. I'm going to go up the street. I'm going to piss on that mural.
You heard it here, folks. That's Paulie. Hey, stay hydrated, though, okay?
I'm always hydrated. I'm just worked out, so I gotta hydrate now. But
well, that's why I say that.
Yeah, of course.
Feeling your schwitz on my arm. He's the pro. I'm the schmo.
Stay hydrated.
We're out.